that.
Let me tell you what I'm saying.
Go ahead. Well, go ahead.
Let me tell you what I'm saying.
Carry yourself.
What I'm saying is that a multifamily, yes, the ROIs are higher, the expenses are higher. Everything is higher on ROIs and all that good stuff with multifamily properties. It's lower on single family properties. The only thing that's not higher on a multi than it is on a single is stability. The term of tenancy. That's what's lower. The average stay in a multifamily is lower than the average stay in a single family, which creates turnovers on a higher level. Those numbers have to be taken into consideration. If you take a single family property that you pay $100,000 for, you take a multifamily property that you paid $150,000 for. If you average out what you took in from what you paid out, I promise you the difference isn't as big as you think it is. Singles and doubles. I promise you.
So you're saying
over what time span?
10 years. Everything has to be a 10-year play.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
10-year play. We're not, we're like we really are. We're seasoned. Hold up, Jake. We're seasoned. We don't play this for overnight value. No, we're seasoned. This is long. We play the long game here, right? So, if you don't do 10-year evaluations, then this conversation ain't for you.
So when you say not as high, what does that mean?
You tell me, because you're in the game, right?
You're the one telling me that.
You argue your point. I'll argue mine.
You said the statement, sir. I need to know what you mean by that, sir.
Which part, sir?
I just said it. Do you want me to repeat it?
Yes.
When you say not as high,
which
as
part?
A single, the money, the rate, the money, the return. You said it's not as high as at the end of the game, at the end of the road. Yeah. What do you mean not as high? Is it a little bit high? $2 high? What is it higher than the single? That's all I need to know. Yes or no?
Lance, you answer that.
Is the multifamily
Lance, you answer that.
More at the end of the road?
Help him. He needs help. He needs help.
I don't need help because you said
help him, Lance.
It's not as high. What does that mean?
Well, I think what just trying to get to is saying
help
that
him, Lance. He needs help.
What he's saying is that if I'm still making more money at the end of the day for a multifamily, that's the route I'm going.
So if you're saying it's not a huge, let him answer.
If you're saying it's not a huge difference, I want to know the difference, because if that difference is significant enough for me to go get a multifamily, that's what I'm going to go with.
If it's $1 more, that means it's more than what the singles do, right? If it's $1 more, are you saying that? That's what you're saying, sir?
At the end of the day, he's saying that I made more money than you on my multifamily.
I need to know. Please, I need to know.
This is rabbit. Wait, you're a real hype man right there.
Listen,
it's a real hype man.
What the conversation from your highness here is, which one makes more money? That's not the topic, right? The topic is not which one makes more money.
Well, that's the game.
No, the game is not that.
Make money.
No, we're not though. Not every. Well, if that's the game,
what we do,
because I won't argue that. If the argument is which one makes more money, then this argument is not valid.
Well, we talking. Hold on. Are we talking appreciation or are we talking cash flow?
He just said
no.
That
the
statement,
argument,
sir. What was the argument? You said
the conversation is which one is better, singles or doubles, right? And then obviously explain why. Okay. Right. The argument is not which one makes more money.
Are we not in the game?
I can create a situation where single family properties,
you can't create the situation. We
can quadruple what a multifamily property does. I can create that situation, which it won't be fair because it's not an equal battle. It's not.
I don't think that would be it wouldn't be apples to apples, and
it won't be apples to apples.
No, it would be because
you're not using
essentially you're arguing if I bought a multifamily, could I make more money? Because if you approach it in the manner where who's going to make more money, right? If you're approaching it in that manner and you tell me you're going to buy multis, I could tell you I could buy a single and make more money than your multi by 2 or 3, maybe 4.
In the same neighborhood. Because remember, apples to apples, the example is
1,000%.
Well, how enlightenment?
Do you want to have that argument? Because I don't think you do.
I would love for the enlightenment, because if that's the case, if I, then that means I'm doing something wrong here. If I can make
no, it doesn't mean that's the whole point of the argument, is that you're not doing something wrong, because every way, whichever way we discuss, it's the right way. It's not the wrong way. It's
I agree with that, because we own everything.
Yeah, we play in multiple different playing fields, but my point is that if this argument should not be money orientated.
It wasn't money orientated when you said it. You said at the end of the 10 years, you would find out it's not as lucrative as you just said.
That's not what I said. What I said is that
use lucrative. Use another word.
Right. So if you use a multifamily property versus a single family property, apples to apples, same neighborhood. In the course of 10 years, if you compare the numbers, the difference is not going to be that sizable. Right. So
what number are you talking about, sir?
When you're talking about difference, you're talking about the money you made, right?
Right.
That is correct, sir.
Yeah,
that is correct.
You made about money.
No. I didn't make it about money. If you want to make it about money, you know, what's the best?
You made it about money, Bird, sir. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. You made it about money at the end of the day, when you said after 10 years, when you look at the money, there's not a huge difference.
So let me ask you this. So if I said to you that a multifamily does well, but a single family is better, your next question would be what?
In what way?
I say to you, the tenancy is a longer term, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would your next response be?
In return, does that mean more money?
No, tenancy. I said your tenancy is better.
But
in return, would that mean more money because they're staying longer?
That wouldn't be my stance. But if you're asking me, I would tell you your tenancy means that there's less expenses.
In return, still means more money in my pocket.
If you want to,
that all equates to more money in your pocket, right?
Anything we talk about, this whole conversation equates to money. That's my whole point. My point is that
what?
Yeah, no.
Hey, are you listening? Because maybe I'm not listening.
You guys are amazing.
For the record, ladies and gentlemen, Dan does not do drugs.
You're gonna make the conversation right about singles and doubles. And I mentioned what I mentioned, and you're gonna tell me.
We just asked the question because of what you said, sir. That's all.
Well, I mean that would be a deciding factor for most people, right? Should I get a single or should I get a multifamily? You know, and which one brings in more money?
Let me flip the script, right?
Let me hold on.
I don't want you to ask a question.
Let me ask you a question.